Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's not too bad of a start. It's a little chilly outside, but pretty average for this time of year. We've got some sunshine and some clouds out and about for this morning. Taking a live look from one of our first alert sky cams out in Byram. Temperatures are currently sitting at 42 right now, and eventually will warm up throughout the course of this afternoon into the upper 50s, which is pretty much average for this time of year. So definitely going to be a pretty nice rest of your Wednesday. No rain to talk about for the rest of today and pretty much for the rest of this week.
Yeah, it's a very good look ahead for the next couple of days,
Mm-hmm.
but we're still going to be above average for this time of year. Average is roughly into the mid 50s. So we're going to be right there for the day today. But tomorrow and throughout the rest of this week, it's going to be staying much more mild in our temperatures into the
Mm-hmm.
mid to possibly upper 60s into Friday and Saturday. And then with that, we're going to be seeing winds return out of the south, bringing us more Gulf moisture. And that's going to be a big factor into us seeing some rainfall into Saturday with a line of storms expected to drive into our area. And that will be all thanks to a cold front
Mm-hmm.
that we're expecting to push into our forecast, not just into Saturday, but as it pushes through, the lasting impacts that we're going to see from that is a huge thing that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, so again, give me the first alert. Our next weather maker heading into Saturday morning, showers and thunderstorms possible. More than likely will be around through about lunchtime before they clear on out for the rest of your Saturday afternoon. But behind that, the cold front will continue to push in and bring in that Arctic air from the north, and it's going to continue to drop our temperatures throughout Sunday afternoon. We're only going to top out in the low 40s, may not even make it there in some places, but then it's going to get even colder for a good portion of the beginning of next week. So Monday and Tuesday are first alert weather days. Monday, more so for the coldest weather we've seen so far this season. And it continues to get colder, even though we're still in the middle and heading into the end of January. But we're looking at temperatures, afternoon highs, only making it to about the freezing mark. So it's going to be very chilly. Morning starting out in the 20s, feeling more like the teens and potentially even single digits in some places. So wind chill is going to be playing a big factor Monday and even into Tuesday of next week. But we're also looking at the potential for maybe some winter weather, wintry precip heading into Tuesday. So again, there's still some question marks on that, but one thing is for sure that we're going to be dealing with the dangerous and bitter cold for much of next week.
Yeah, don't you love the roller coaster? Man, it is
It
going
wouldn't
to
be
be
Mississippi without it.
it's going to be crazy for the next really 5 days. I would say you go from temperatures into the mid to upper 60s, rapidly decreasing into the 40s and 30s by Sunday, and then staying very, very cold into Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday of next week. Thursday will gradually warm up back into the upper 40s and then low to mid 50s by late next week. But again, we got to get through that really, really cold stretch for a couple of days there where hard freezes are going to be expected. We even could have that chance of a wintry precip. Again, there is still a little bit of not necessarily agreement in some of the models. So we'll take a look at that here in a second, but
yeah,
definitely going to be cold. It's definitely going to be windy too. So that's going to have a massive impact into your wind chills as well. Having you into the teens, that's not nice.
It's especially the further north you go, it's going to be more like single digits when you factor in the wind chill. So it's definitely going to be dangerously cold. So definitely something to keep in mind for the beginning of next week. And as we mentioned, Tuesday we may see the chance for some winter weather. Models are still back and forth on what we're going to see and if we'll see it at all. Yesterday they were in more so of an agreement. Today, still back and forth, but the temperatures are still going to be very cold and at, if not below freezing. So it may be possible that we see more so of snow, if anything. So that is something to keep in mind for Tuesday of next week. This is our probable or potential outcomes, I should say. It's all going to depend on that low pressure system that sets up in Texas and kind of where it sets up shop and as it moves further off to the east. If it stays a little further off to the north, we're not going to be as cold and we're looking more of a wintry mix. That means sleet, freezing rain type of situation. If it rides along the Gulf Coast, we're looking at more of a snow event, still going to be very bitter cold. And then if it just stays further off to the south, in mainly in the Gulf, Gulf, we're going to be dealing with more cold conditions, and we're not really going to be looking at winter weather in that situation. So there's kind of 3 potential outcomes that we'll be dealing with, or that we're going to continue to keep an eye on over the up and coming days, for looking for more commonalities in the models as we get towards the end of this week. So
yeah, the last system was all based off of temperature, and we had that driving factor. So this one is not the temperature at all. We know that we're going to be cold. The issue is the driving factor of where this surface low is going to end up. So just make sure you have ways of staying updated, because one model will have it riding along the Gulf Coast, and that's bringing us some snowfall, but another has it staying really a little bit more off to the north, or just moving a little slower and bringing us a chance for that wintry precip later into the week. So it's still a bit of a question mark into what exactly we'll see and when exactly we'll see it. So just make sure you have ways to stay updated into the end of this week and into much of this weekend, because this, as you all know, things love to change here in Mississippi.
Yes.
So it can change in the matter of an instant, especially when it comes to winter weather predictions. So,
yes.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting ride.
Yes. And I've seen a lot of people ask, what's the current prediction path? There's really no consistency on a certain path or not. All of the models have been in pretty much all 3 scenarios over the past couple of days. So we'll kind of continue to watch and see if there's more of a trend as we get more data in. But as of right now, it's been all over the place. So there's not really one current trend. They've all been saying the same thing. So that's just something to keep in mind. And we'll continue to give you updates throughout the rest of today, throughout the rest of this week. Luckily, if you are someone that's not looking forward to the cooler weather, you've got the rest of this week to enjoy the 50s and 60s and some more sunshine.
Yeah,
so
beautiful views out there as
yes.
well right now. So make sure you go out and enjoy the nice warm days while we have them, because it is about to get bitterly cold, people. So if you have not already bought those heavy jackets, then I would 100% recommend it. I still need to go get one. I think a hoodie might not be enough for
yeah, I recommend a heavier jacket than a hoodie if you have it, or just layer up, but yes.
It's going to get too cold. Well, that's all we got for you right now. If you have any questions regarding that storm system moving in into next week, or even the storm system moving in this weekend, we'll have all the details for you into the coming days, as well as in our multiple newscasts throughout the day today. And if you have any other questions, you can always reach out to Ashley and I, and we'll be sure to give you any updated alerts and our thoughts on the situation as well. But that's all we got. Have a great rest of your day, and go outside and enjoy the nice and warmer weather.